Hello students, welcome to this part 11 of the chapter motion of 9th class physics. Up till part 10th we have studied about the distance time graph, and while discussing the distance time graph we have seen the two types of graphs over there. One is the when an object is at a position and when the object is performing the uniform motion. Let's move ahead and try to see the second type of graph, that is nothing but velocity time graph. Previously we have plotted on x-axis the quantities which are related with the time, and on the y-axis we have plotted the quantities which are related with the distance. Now here, since this is the velocity time graph, we will plot the time on x-axis and velocity on y-axis. So basically speaking, in this velocity time graph, three types of graph we are going to study. Number one is a velocity time graph for the object which is performing the motion with constant velocity. Second is velocity time graph when an object is performing the motion with uniform acceleration. And third one, the velocity time graph for the object which is performing a non-uniform velocity kind of motion. So all these three different graphs, the nature is different, and the quantities that we can determine with the help of all these three graphs are also different. So let us try to understand very first what is called as the velocity time graph for a moving body, but now this time this object is moving with constant velocity. Now we know that whenever the object is moving with the constant velocity, since the velocity of the object is constant, that object do not possesses the acceleration. So this is what is the meaning of the word constant velocity. Whenever the velocity of the object is said to be constant, that means there is no acceleration. So if such type of motion is performed by an object, the object is moving but with the constant velocity. Let us take an example where we will see that what is the graphical representation when imagine that an object is moving with a constant velocity, and that velocity is nothing but, let's imagine it is 4 meter per second. Now I am taking this as an example. The object may have any velocity, but please understand that this velocity is a constant velocity. Okay. So as I have already told you that on x-axis we are plotting here time, because time is an independent quantity, and velocity is the dependent quantity which is dependent on the time. So that's why we are plotting the velocity of the object on y-axis. So here I have plotted 1, 2, 3, 4 and so on in seconds on x-axis, while on y-axis we have plotted 1 meter per second, 2 meter per second, 3 meter per second, 4 meter per second and so on the y-axis. So imagine a situation that an object is moving with a constant velocity of 4 meter per second. That means for first second the object is having the velocity of 4 meter per second. So I will trace this particular point on 4 meter per second. So on the lapsation of 2 seconds, now again the velocity is constant, so for this 2 seconds also the velocity will be 4 meter per second. In 3 seconds also the velocity of the object is 4 meter per second, and if I go on extending this, plotting the particular velocity at a particular instant of time, then I can see here that all the points are of the respective velocities at the respective time will be like this. If I join all those points over here, then I get an horizontal line. Now this time this horizontal line is parallel to the x-axis. Now I told you that from velocity time graph also we can determine some quantities over here, and from velocity time graph with some treatment to this graph, the distance covered by the object or the magnitude of the displacement which is covered by the object can be found out with the help of this velocity time graph. Now how can I find the distance or magnitude of the displacement covered by the object when an object is performing a constant velocity? Let's try to understand it. Before that, let us understand few points which are related to this velocity time graph for a moving body with a constant velocity. Now this velocity time graph of a moving body with constant velocity is a straight line which is parallel to the x-axis, as I have already shown over here that this particular line is a parallel line which is parallel to the x-axis. So that's why in every motion of the body which is moving with constant velocity, when we plot the graph of velocity time of quantities on the graph, then we will get a horizontal line, a straight line which is parallel to the x-axis. So whenever you will see that in any numerical such type of line, straight line which is a horizontal line which is parallel to the x-axis, you can understand that this type of motion is nothing but the motion with constant velocity. Now since the body moves with constant velocity, the object or that particular body do not have the acceleration. That's why the acceleration is 0 over here. So there is no need to calculate the acceleration. You can directly conclude from this point that there is no any change in velocity. That's why the acceleration is 0. But we can calculate the distance or magnitude of the displacement covered by the body. Now how we can calculate the magnitude of displacement or the distance covered by the body? Let's try to understand it. I know that from the formula of the speed is equals to distance traveled divided by the time taken by the object to cover that much particular distance. Now I am interested to calculate the distance traveled, so I will transform this particular formula so that I can calculate the distance. So this formula becomes distance traveled is equals to speed multiplied by the time. So I have just cross multiplied these two quantities so that this formula can be transformed into the distance traveled. So distance traveled is equal to speed of the object multiplied by the time. Now if suppose this is the magnitude of the displacement, then I have to consider over here the velocity. Okay, so here just there is a difference between the direction, that is the vector quantity and scalar quantity. So that's why distance traveled will be equals to speed multiplied by time. However, the magnitude of the displacement can be find out, or displacement can be find out with the help of velocity and time. So here this speed I can represent this with the velocity v multiplied by this time. Now what I will do to calculate this, I will consider any 2 points on this horizontal line. Let us imagine A point and B point, these are the 2 points. Now it's not absolutely necessary, I also already told you that it is not absolutely necessary that to consider only this specific points. You can consider any 2 points, and in between any 2 points you can calculate the speed or you can calculate the distance or magnitude of the displacement. So let's imagine the x-axis of this A point is nothing but for this time at particular this A point, time I can consider this as t1. Now this t1 is equals to 2 seconds. For this point B, time on x-axis is nothing but t2, that is nothing but 6 seconds. As the velocity is the constant for point A and the point B, the velocity will be itself 4 meter per second. There will be no change in the velocity since the velocity is constant. So what we will do, we will place these values over here. But if I extend the point A up to this x-axis, and if I extend the point B up to this this particular point on x-axis, so I would get these 2 points. Let's imagine this point is nothing but C and this point is nothing but D. So if I join all these points, then I will get this particular square, or you may get rectangle also. So it's a you may get square, you may get rectangle also. Now the area of this particular square, I have shaded this area. Okay, in this case it is a square, but it may be rectangle also. So the area of the square or area of the rectangle gives us the distance traveled by the object. Please remember this thing. This is the important point over here. Whenever you are plotting the velocity time graph for a body moving with constant velocity, in between any 2 points, the distance covered is nothing but the shaded portion of the rectangle or the square that you get. So now here v will be the speed of the object. V is the same over here, that is 4 meter per second, let's imagine, and time is nothing but the difference between these two respective times over here, that is nothing but t2 minus t1. So I have written here t2 minus t1. But if you observe carefully here, this v is nothing but, that is nothing but this A and D, that is nothing but this and this initial. So I will write here as V is equals to AD, and T2 minus T1. T2 minus T1 is nothing but this CD. So here this AD and CD, the multiplication of AD and CD gives us the area enclosed by this particular square ABCD. So what we can conclude from this, the distance traveled by the object when an object is performing motion with a constant velocity, and we have plotted the graph of velocity and time, then area enclosed by this particular square or rectangular ABCD, in this case it is square. So this particular area which I have shown with the help of this shaded portion over here gives us the distance traveled. So for this example, let's try to calculate the distance covered. So distance will be is equals to area of this particular square ABCD. So it is nothing but AD multiplied by CD. For this AD I can write the coordinates of y over here, or points of the y over here. That is, this is nothing but AD is nothing but 4 minus 0. So I have written it as 4 minus 0. And for CD I can write 6 minus 2, that is nothing but 4. So 4 multiplied by 4 is nothing but 16 meter. Actually this is the meter square, okay, but since we are calculating the area, but if we see it carefully, this is nothing but the magnitude of the this particular number over here. The magnitude of this area is nothing but the distance covered. So we can conclude from this entire calculation or entire formulas that appear over here, that is, in velocity time graph for a body moving with the constant velocity, the graph will be of a horizontal line which is parallel to x-axis, and we can calculate the distance from this velocity time graph. Thank you.